Hello and welcome to Craftwatch, your weekly updates to the goings-on on the Sanitarium.FM station server. I am your host, Predicted Cyborg. Hello. And so to our first little segment, generally the server news segment, but there's not really an awful lot of news to report. However, you might recall from the last Craftwatch that I told you about plans that we are having to build what we've designated the adventure map area of the server, which will contain games and little story maps and stuff for all of the players who join our server to come and have a go at if they think that they want to have a go at. So I'm thinking this is probably a very good time to say if you have any ideas for maps or games you'd maybe like to see on the server, then feel free to put them into the feedback topic for Craftwatch, which can be found in the video description of this video. And feel free, as always, to use said feedback topic to give me feedback, as well as to list any builds that you might have that you want to see featured on Craftwatch. As far as any restrictions for maps or anything goes, try to consider sizes and complexity, because those of us here on the server, our building skill sort of varies, patience varies. I'm not entirely sure how many of us are very good with redstone though, or command blocks, but we can probably learn. So if you have any ideas, do feel free to pop them into the topic that can be found in the video description below. And now, to our second item of tonight, and tonight's tour. And now we come to the tour part of the show. As always, the part of the show where I sort of basically walk around somebody else's build and show you it. And of course, as always, I could just walk around myself, tell you what I see, but I can't really do it justice, so we have the builder in question here to talk to us. Hello, sis.
Hey.
So, tell me about your treehouse.
Well, I like big things and I like tall things. And this is a mixture of both. When I spawned on server, Lone said, well, what do you usually build? And I said, a treehouse, but I hate falling, and because then I die. He's like, well, I can build it in water, so we did. So yeah, this is my main floor here. We have my little hot tub. I like to sit here and enjoy, watch the torches burn.
Yeah, before, when some of us came to visit your treehouse, we did have fun sort of sitting here and talking about things. So there's footage of that out there somewhere. I haven't released it yet.
Yeah. And we have our little dining table area here with a little window. It's night out. And over here we have our dropping point, which is very fun to dive off of. And and if you chicken out, there's a sign calling you a chicken because, it doesn't hurt you to fall and it's fun.
Yeah,
and we have our...
There's also a Tower of Pimps here, which was left here by Lone.
Yes.
Or was it Dime? I'm not entirely sure which one it was, but that was our fault, so sorry.
Yeah. No, that's alright. It adds some flair to the place. Yeah, we have our guard cats. I forget their names. They were named at one point, but I forget. They watch people fall. Yeah, and then this is my living room area. I want to set up some sort of fish tank or something, but I don't. Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Aquarium.
There needs to be something over here. And upstairs we have my master suite area with Susan II and her unnamed child, because Susan I kind of she got stuck in the trapdoor and then went down the tree, and I couldn't get her back up. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And my kitchen, with meats and protein and everything else in the chest here. And my little fridge. I'm very proud of this fridge. It took me ages to make it. Boop. Come on.
Nice.
There we go. Yeah. Gives you different food items.
Baked potatoes in the oven?
Oh yes, I forgot. I was making those. You're standing on my counter there.
Sorry, it's I have a habit of jumping all over things.
Yeah, I do too.
Places.
And then this is my chandelier. I took like an hour to figure out how to make it, so I'm very proud of it, and it's not moving ever. And yeah, my little bedroom here. Don't need much, but it's home. And my dogs used to be on Boney Island, but they randomly spawned up here one day, so I just made them sit. Because it turns out cats will be able to survive the trip up the ladder, but dogs won't, because they fall and die. Anyways, yeah, that's that. Oh, and my viewing window over here. Whee! When it's sunrise, actually, is when it looks the best. And up here we have my Zen garden, which is currently under construction, but it's mostly there. It's almost there. I'm just waiting.
Very nice.
Waiting for grass to grow over here. But I have my little supply of cocoa beans, which I like, and a single jungle tree, and this is my dirt tower of grass growing. It's almost there. It's at my house now. So just a few more game days.
Yeah, I
once
remember
it's
seeing
grown.
this.
Yeah, it's kind of an eyesore right now. But once the
Well,
grass, I'm gonna move up the bunnies from the bunny executive suite, which is why there's a fence gate over here. And this will be my bunny home.
Ah, yes, the Bunny Executive Suite. I think we got into that as well, and there was
Yeah.
there was an explosion.
Yeah, someone killed them all though, so I only have 3 left now.
Ah, that wasn't me.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure who, but whatever. I'll find them and exact revenge eventually.
Oh well, you and everybody else at Scarlet's at Dime's so Dime is saying he had nothing to do with what happened there. I'm sure you've heard about the mud bath thing and.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a tragic thing, but that hasn't escalated. If it does, I'm gonna have to go and report on it. Of course, I'm strictly neutral in this. So I like the unusual sort of like sandstone thing, because most people when they build tree houses just generally tend to keep it with wood. It's the first time I've seen somebody use sandstone.
Yeah, well, I wanted my master suite to feel a bit fancier than normal, so made the floor out of sandstone and the walls and everything. But yeah.
Interesting carpet choice as well. Why have you decided to have this sort of carpet and then a slightly different one in there?
Basically, I made the orange and brown dye. Well, there was a brown sheep somewhere.
You actually matched that carpet.
Yeah. I had a little bit of orange wool, and I was like, well, let's make a carpet. And I had a little bit of brown wool, so I was like, let's make a carpet. And then I went out and found a bunch of dyes, but I ran out of blue and didn't have enough yellow to complete the pattern. And so I went and got some cactuses. And made a border. It's eccentric, I like it. It's a little bit of me.
I like this carpet, it's nice.
Yeah.
Very bright.
Kinda.
And as I say, you match your bedroom carpet with the leather armour and
Yeah.
the orange hair. So I guess, yeah. Oh, there we go, sunrise.
There we go. But yeah.
So this is your tree house, like the living quarters for you on the server. You did actually sort of say before this interview you were planning to do another build, so. You want to give us any spoilers about that, or is it a secret?
Well, I will say I need a lot of granite and red wool. So, yeah, that red and orange wool. That's why I kind of, if you look at the server sheep pen, they're all kind of red and yellow. That's my doing. I need them that way. But, Yeah.
I actually hope to have my own sheep, and it's going to be purple, and it's not for like shearing or anything. I just want a purple sheep.
You just want a purple sheep, yeah. Well, I was thinking of making my own little farm about halfway down the tree. But then I was also thinking, I'm close enough to spawn. There's no need. And I don't want to obstruct the jumping platform in any way. Because, wouldn't be good.
So what sort of unique challenges does building a big tree house like this present? You've got any sort of interesting stories about difficulties or funny incidents?
Well, it was pretty simple. Because at first I was just going to build the first level. And I thought, well, why not bump it up one? And then I thought, well, I always like having, what are they called? Roof gardens. And so I just kind of started building. The most difficult thing was probably replanting all the trees that I murdered. Because I had to go around and then wait for saplings, and replant them where I chopped the trees down. Because usually, like on my own personal, what are they called, worlds, I just kind of kill the trees and don't replant. But I thought, well, this is a public place. I should probably do something for the environment and replant all the trees that I brutally murdered.
Yeah.
So,
replanting trees on the server is a good practice to get into. It's literally one of the first lessons that I was taught on playing Minecraft was every tree you cut down, replant it.
Yeah. Yeah. After a while, I kind of got into a habit, but it does slow you down a bunch. Just trying to run back around, picking up saplings, and remember where the tree was, and plant it, and try and be enviro-conscious like that. But,
well, I suppose Lone and everybody will thank you for being environmentally conscious and looking after our little server, which is slowly expanding.
Yeah, it's getting there. It'll be interesting to see people come and build.
Mm-hmm. And of course, there'll be more tours going on around their places.
Oh yeah.
So I think that about does it. Thank you for showing me around your lovely little tree house. Thank you for answering my questions, and I hope for your next build you'll let me have a tour and have another interview with you about it.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
Cool. And so to the last segment of the show, which as always is the general Minecraft/Mojang section. And we've got two items to talk about. First of all, the updates to the various versions of Minecraft, as well as something about Minecon. First of all, we move to the updates, and there's been a few little updates coming around. Now, first of all, you will remember, those of you who've played the PC version, the original version of Minecraft, the fact that Steve is our default avatar and has been around for absolutely ages. I mean, he's very popular on all the merchandise. But Mojang have decided that that doesn't quite represent the diverse gameplay community that Minecraft now has. So, from Wednesday, it has now been possible to select and have your default avatar as Alex, which is the, I say female in inverted commas, female avatar, which has slightly slimmer arms, red hair, etc, etc, etc. So that's the thing. The other updates, first to the PlayStation. A new skin pack has been added to the PlayStation version of Minecraft. PlayStation, of course, being the slightly more recent version. It's more recent than the PC and the Xbox versions, at least. And the skin pack has been added is the Simpsons skin pack, which includes characters such as Seymour Skinner, Groundskeeper Willie, and many, many more. Of course, the Xbox players have actually had this one for a while, but it's nice to see the PlayStation people now catching up. Speaking of Xbox, there's two sort of Xbox versions. You've got the 360 version, which has been out for quite a while, and the Xbox One version, which is a bit more recent. And the Xbox One version has a few more achievements than the 360 version. And obviously Microsoft and Mojang have decided that that's a bit silly, because they've now added all the missing achievements to the 360 version, as well as updating the list of tracks available, so for those of you who enjoy listening to C418 blocky tracks on your jukebox, you're in luck. And to our other bit of news about Minecon, Mojang have announced that they are willing now to accept applications for panels for Minecon, which of course is going to be in London this year. None of us at the station could actually get a ticket, but, maybe next time. Tickets were a little bit expensive. Anyway, they're looking for applications for panels, and all you need to do if you feel that you can have a panel at Minecon, if you're going of course, you basically make a video detailing what your panel is on and why you are the best person to present it. And Mojang have suggested posting it up on YouTube as an unlisted video and linking them to it if you don't actually want other people to see it. So if you're going to go along and have a go at it, we wish you luck. And that does it for what the server's been up to this week. Reminder that our server is open to all players who want a little chill out vanilla space to play Minecraft in and to just generally build. The address, in case you need the URL, is www.sanitarium.FM, and it's exactly the same as the station's URL address, so if you know the website address, you will be able to get into the server. And if you have something that you want me to talk about during the next show, all you have to do, go look at the video description under this video, and there is a link there to the topic, where you can go and provide the details, and if you put your stuff up there, you might see it in the next show. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.